So we've covered being frequent, but how do we go from being frequent to actually creating a human connection, a real relationship with your audience? And the answer is intimacy. So having intimacy in your marketing simply means building a real life relationship, not being a robot, because people actually like to buy from other people. They don't want to receive these messages that are spam bots, and they don't want to receive the corporate jargon anymore, because it's just going into the promotions tab in your inbox. It's going to the spam folder and people aren't reading it. It's not creating a real life connection. So how do we create intimacy in our marketing so that we're actually building these real life relationships and we're not just adding to the noise? Well, we've boiled it down to 3 main components. Now, the first component of intimacy is transparency. So being transparent, as you know, simply means to be authentic and real and to share pain. As entrepreneurs, we like to create these walls around ourselves, these filters almost, so that we're only showing people the perfect, shiny versions of ourselves. But that is not what actually builds a real relationship. Having transparency in your marketing means telling the kind of stories you might not want to tell. That one time that you were actually fired from a job, showing them that it hasn't always been perfect, or maybe revealing something in your personal life or in your actual real world that you might have thought doesn't belong in your professional sphere. But what can happen is when you start sharing real life stories, real life pain, you start to tell them not only your wins, but your losses. That starts to create the kind of connection with your audience that resonates and turns into a relationship. And the best part about it is you don't have to have a phone call. You don't have to be face to face with someone. You can actually do this through your social media, through your digital presence, through your website, by telling them the kind of stories that they can actually relate with. The next component of intimacy is transformation. So what is transformation? Well, we have moved as a culture away from the information economy to the transformation economy, the implementation economy. In our marketing and in our sales, I think that it's so easy to deliver our product and just kind of start talking about what our offer is instead of how our offer changes the life and changes the reality of our audience. People are going to tune in to what you have to say if you could start selling them this transformation in their life, not just information. And another component to this is focusing on transformation over manipulation. I was listening to a sales coach the other day, and they were talking about all of these different things you can do with your body to help manipulate the psychology of their sales prospect. And while I think that is extremely effective, I believe that it's going to become less and less effective, especially in marketing, the more sophisticated people become, right? That means that your countdown timers, your landing pages, all of your weird kind of salesy pop-ups and offers aren't going to work as much as they used to in the past. They're just getting old. And the way that you can transform and just transition, I guess, into the kind of marketing that really works is through selling transformation, telling a story of how you can deliver a new reality into the life of your audience and not just try and manipulate them into a sale. And that involves building real life trust and actually helping them and thinking to yourself, really asking this one single question: how can I deliver the most amount of value to this person and create the most amount of transformation in their life? That is transformation. And finally, the last component of intimacy and really owning this human connection in your marketing is tribe. Tribe is community. Tribe means that you are building people that talk to other people. You are building an audience of people that are starting to listen to you, but also they are engaging with one another. So let's take all of these concepts and bring it from theory to application. How do we implement intimacy in reality, in our marketing? Well, it starts by being human, by being real. Having an actual human write social media posts or write your blogs, sounding like it is from you, from the heart, first person, not your typical corporate emails or your typical corporate materials, because they're so high level sometimes that they just don't have a real connection. So in your marketing, you need to share pain. You need to tell your story, and this also can come down to your personal philosophy. So one of the ways that we engage in social media effectively is by telling stories, telling personal philosophies, sharing kind of what it is that you actually believe about life, and also being real and sharing stories that might resonate with where your audience has been in their life. That is intimacy. That is what it means to be vulnerable in your marketing, to create that connection with your audience that leads to a real purchase decision. Now, in the next video, I'm going to talk about relevancy and how you can marry frequency, intimacy, and relevancy together to create this perfect client avatar and attract the right people to your business and charge the right price. I'll see you in the next video.